Starts out with being engaged about a connection to their lives at home, about lamps plugging and unplugging. You could use an overhead for this. That would be really simple. To ask them about, okay, how is this similar to what we just did with creating the loop? And obviously plugging it into the wall creates that closed loop. To build them up to this lesson about creating circuits. Now, this lesson obviously has a lot more material, so this will be pretty much where you're going to have to manage more materials a lot. For those of you who haven't used one of these battery holders before, pretty much the battery just pops right into it. Some of them are a little warped and you need to kind of wiggle it in. On the light bulb holder, you just take the light bulb, screw it right in. We'll have time to get into all the materials after we get through lesson 5, so you can see how 3, 4, and 5 all relate to themselves. Just take the light bulb, screw it right in, making sure the bottom of the light bulb hits the metal on the bottom. Now, the beginning of this lesson also starts out with an evaluate, which is in your guide, which builds off of lesson 2 for the kids to see, okay, of these 6 here, which ones will work, which ones will create a closed loop, which ones won't, which they should remember from the previous day, and it's a quick way for you to check who got it, who didn't, before moving on. And also in the guide is an overhead of a Fonstock clip for you to show the kids how this works. The letters on here don't really mean anything for the kids. There's nothing for them to label, but it's a way for you to demonstrate, okay, you have to make sure that the wire goes in through the loop. The Fonstock clip on the battery holder and the light bulb holders that they'll use for the first time. You just need to press it down to create the little loop there, put the middle part of the wire through, and then release it so it holds in there, so it's metal on metal again. And then creating the circuit, that part would just go right into the light bulb. If I can get this in here. The Fonstock clip on the light bulb, and then they would need a second wire too, to hook up the other part of the light bulb, the other Fonstock clip, to the other Fonstock clip on the battery holder as well. And if everything is hooked up well, the light bulb should light up, creating a closed loop, a closed circuit. Now, obviously, there are a lot of materials here. First of all, if anything's missing in your kit, you want to email Tom Dumars, D-U-M-A-R-S, on Outlook. He'll be the one to get you all of your things. Batteries, I've seen a lot of the kids this year have brand new batteries, which are obviously great. If any of them happen to come with older batteries, sometimes they get a little crusty, a little corroded. You can just wipe them down with a wet paper towel. Most of them will work, 1 or 2 probably won't. But the key thing here is any batteries or light bulbs you find in this lesson that don't work, put them off to the side and save them. Because for lesson 4 that we'll get into about circuit testers, you're going to need some batteries and some light bulbs that don't work for the kids to explore some troubleshooting ideas, which is another vocabulary term that they'll be exploring here. Also, make sure the kids unhook the batteries. Don't leave it hooked up like I did, because it drains the battery pretty quickly and they'll run out. So when you're talking, just have the kids unhook it so it's not draining the battery, open that circuit back up. Also, throughout these lessons, there are a lot of simulations. This website here, fet.colorado.edu, has a whole lot of great simulations. Under this electricity, magnets, and circuits, they can explore with balloons and static electricity. Let's see here, how to school. A lot of this goes way above them, so you'll have to give them the specific link for it. But one that I want to show you here that works with the static electricity is John voltage. Just click on his foot, rub it on the carpet to build up the static electricity that you can see the electrons flowing into his body there. You can see them all built up, and then take his hand. It's a great way to show the kids about static electricity, about how when he's rubbing his leg there on the carpet, he's building up the electrons because his foot's taking the electrons off the carpet, and then they want somewhere to go. So as soon as he finds a conductor, touches something metal, it's a great simulation. That there are plenty of others throughout the unit as well. One of the websites is right on the bottom of page 115. In the Enrich, Accelerate, Reteach section, if students want to practice making circuits online, there's one of the websites there that will get you into the electricity, magnets, and circuits general areas. This type of thing where students can just drag a wire over, drag a battery over, drag a bulb, wires as well to try to connect everything. And they can extend the wires, and once they have a complete working circuit here, if I do this correctly, I created a short circuit there, so the battery just exploded because I didn't hook it up to a battery.